Sports Radio, and you're getting drunk with Mike and Pete on the Wørt.
And we're back.
I hope
and
so.
we're back. What was that from? Was that SNL?
SNL.
Oh, what a great.
And we're back.
And we're back. It spins the thing.
Oh, it's the man in the box.
Hey, it's the Word with Mike and Pete. We're here with Steve from Barrage. Again, give us a call, 516-465-3990 or 516-513-0515. I am amazed that I have now memorized these phone numbers. For a year, I was here and couldn't memorize them. And now, since I have to say them and do it all the time, I'm truly amazed that I can just, boom, say I'm on cue. We just cracked open a brand new crowler, and it is a salt and fudgery, am I correct?
Salt and fudgery.
Ooh, and it is what amounts to the icing on the cake at this point. It is delicious, smooth, dark, and yes, it has a ton of flavor, and it's f***ing delicious, Frank.
Loaded with beer flavor.
It's so loaded heavily with beer flavor.
Much, all the flavor.
Like if you scooped up a handful of flavor and put it in there, it's still not enough of flavor because this has more. Eclectic bastard. Anyway, so in between the break, we got a call from my buddy Nick, who lives in Queens. Nick's goal was accomplished 2 weeks ago, where he had visited every single Queens brewery.
Wow.
And
two of them. Oh, no. There's more now. There's more.
Oh, my God. So he just was at, tonight, the opening of the Queens brewery. You know, we have the Bronx.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Queens Brewery had their official party tonight.
I mean, they were brewing.
Correct.
But they didn't have a place.
They were brewing at Citi Field. The beer was being sold at Citi Field.
Yes.
And they brewed
last
at
season.
Citi Field?
No. But their beer was at Citi Field.
But that's going to be cool. What's coming to Citi Field?
Oh yeah,
McKellar,
yeah.
McKellar
you didn't hear about this?
Is opening a brew house in Citi Field. They're brewing beer there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
it's Danish? What's the country of origin?
Yes, McKellar is also he is the brother or twin to Evo Twin.
Yes, correct.
Which is Yeppe.
That's correct. Yeah, there it is.
So yeah,
I knew there was a connection somewhere.
They're brothers, twins, and they had a little falling out. So Yeppe became the Evo Twin,
and he's going to be the better twin because he's going to have a brewery at fucking Citi Field.
Well, no, McKellar is the.
Oh, I'm saying the other.
But Yeppe, Evo Twin, is actually opening in Brooklyn.
Oh, he is.
Which he's part owner or whatever of Torst.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In Brooklyn.
Same logo as we do. They have the O with the slash through it. It's amazing. Yes, I saw it. And Tool also is another one out there that has the O with the slash through it. I'm trying to think. Everyone called me Tool growing up, so I'm like, you freaking took my name. But it's
not the band name.
No, it's not. It's
he was just a tool.
Yeah, I was. It's true. It's
a tool.
I was. See,
See
doesn't even faze me because I heard it so much. I don't really give a shit.
Thanks, Dad.
It's T-O with a slash through it, and then it's on the next line O-L. So it's some sort of beer trade, sort of in between middleman. I read that they were just right now bringing in Cloudwater. Something like that, and they were selling that with their own brew, and they're basically shipping it to people's houses. So they're like an online direct-to-consumer based beer mail kind of thing, which is interesting. Have you ever tried to get into any of that? Do brewers trade like through the mail? I know it's coming illegal.
No. What?
I mean, most of you guys are traveling.
The biggest thing is our customers will trade our. You know, we've seen people have yada 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 in California. Like, what the?
How did it?
But it's
they send the crowler.
It's the crowler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, they'll trade it.
I trade with a buddy in Minnesota, and that's I feel comfortable shipping a can.
Way more.
Bottle is.
It's tremendous.
Have you seen that Instagram post or the meme of the guy just throwing boxes into a truck from like 20 yards away? He just has a pallet of little packages and he's just hauling them into the truck. I can imagine my beer doing that. Yes, exactly.
So beer makes it everywhere.
That's true. Yeah. I would travel with it. I was telling in one of our first episodes.
There was one of the posts from one of those scantily clad women hawking beer.
We didn't talk about that. We got to talk about that. All right,
No, that was one of her posts. Just 17 express mail boxes filled
just
with beer to ship to different people to trade with. I guess.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that they're sending her beer and then she's sending him pictures of her snatch, or what's happening there? That
I'm not gonna
guys just want to
discuss this,
send
Mike.
this girl.
I'm not going to discuss.
No, you
this.
can't bring it up and then just negate yourself out of the conversation.
we just talked
We gotta have
about
an
that.
open adult conversation.
We just talked about
That moves
Cuda.
off the ass.
That's that Cuda beer, right? That Cuda.
That's right. Down in Alfonso Soriano, wherever the hell he was. No, I as I kind of got our Instagram running for us. Now, I've been on Instagram for God knows how long, but our Instagram for this show, and we post a ton of pictures about beer, and we're a beer podcast. We noticed a lot of people trading. So
Yes.
I also feel like people travel with it, but I think the trade in the mail is a huge thing. And I really want to kind of express that if anyone liked to trade with us that's listening, please
Yeah.
do. My buddy Eric up in Boston will probably end up sending some stuff down. We're going to send some stuff that you said
I'll
you
get
have
some
a
stuff.
buddy in
I'm going out
Minnesota.
to Minnesota next month, so I'll bring some.
Minnesota.
Ship
What we'll
some
probably
stuff
end up
back.
doing, because we got shows, we'll grab some stuff from Steve, go over to the brewery and grab some crowlers and send them out and see what people up in the other part. We're going to definitely send something to Mike.
What do you think will
because he's
happen with
brewing
the
that.
TSA if I have a crowler in my luggage
Well,
to go to Minnesota?
I was saying, my wife,
If it's in your luggage, not
think
in
I'm
your
good?
carry-on,
right, not in your carrying.
you
know
think
what?
you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
We'll find out.
You're good. I've done it.
Yeah.
I brought
Okay.
stuff to other. When we were in Colorado for Great American Beer Festival, we brought some stuff in.
In crowlers in the luggage.
Just in the luggage, we
Noted.
we brought some beer. Not your carry-on.
No.
That
No.
is not making it. They will body cavity search you so fast.
Do you have a crowler in your cooter?
And actually, I think he wants that. I have his feeling.
I don't blame him. I'd be searching everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just
she
a
brought
handsome gentleman
beers
at
back
the
from
camera.
Houston, Texas. She went and grabbed some stuff
Sure.
from the local brewery and brought it back, and
Nice.
it made it back in its regular checked bag.
Yeah, I was going to say cans. I
mean,
feel are
I'll be down in Nashville in May. I'm
Definitely
bringing
bringing
stuff
stuff
back.
coming home with me, man.
nice.
Yeah. You got
That's
it.
the
I
thing with
mean,
craft,
you only get many.
with craft beer these days. Everything is so regional. It's, I mean,
So much.
because so few. I guess
We're over 2,000, even more breweries in the United States.
6,000.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
6,000.
Yeah.
It's not-
crazy.
yeah,
And is probably another 1,000 in the next year.
yeah, absolutely. It's growing that fast.
And the thing too is there are a lot of, again, it's hyper local. That's the big thing, hyper local.
Yes.
I take care of this area. This is my area, and
These
I
couple
don't
counties.
ship any further than that. So
It happens. It definitely
How far?
happens.
How far away do you ship? Do you get up to like Westchester? or the
we've
Bronx?
actually, when we did a can release with Spider Bite, we did Bro, and that went all the way up to Hudson.
Okay.
We shipped it with we actually joined up with a distributor up there, and it took like 100 cases. and,
Wow.
they shipped it all over the place up there, so the beer made it to quite a few places.
Did you get good feedback on it? People.
You know what? The part about IPAs.
Everyone's got an opinion about that, I'm sure.
Part about IPAs, if you don't drink it right away.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
last long.
So
really gotta
yeah,
get
we
that
got
fresh.
great feedback when it first went out.
That was there was a
2
notice
months
on
later-
that, Pillsbury's. I mean,
Yes.
this is has a lot of
It
hops.
was already
drink as
a
fresh as
week
possible.
or two when I got it, and then it lasted probably another 2 weeks before you got it.
It sat in my fridge, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this.
I know.
And then I opened it up, and sure
I
enough,
feel that way. I do.
I did not like
There's
it.
something from, and I usually like a lot from Sand City, but I got something from Sand City, and I didn't like it. And I looked at the can, and I go, "Oh, that's why." It definitely did not last the way it should. The freshness, what the brewer intended me to have an experience with was not what I experienced.
It was up at my parents' place in Vermont. My brother had left some beer there in the fridge. Some IPA from Alchemist, not Heady Topper, but I don't know, something else from them. And
Vocal banger.
it might have been I don't know.
Crusher.
Anyway, Crusher. That was it.
See?
It was the
It
Alchemist.
was, and I it was fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
I
how
mean, but
old was it?
I
I
was
was
just
just
saying,
gonna
it
say
had been
it
up
was
there like
6
9
months
months.
old.
Yeah,
and
just
Not longer.
sat in the back.
Yeah.
So for the people that are lining up in the streets to get stuff, why aren't they picking that up, and why isn't that leaving the shelves on distributors that are up there?
No. My brother went. He from
He held it.
he held it. He was out. It was he left it at my parents' place up there.
Gotcha.
and
That's why.
Just it was
and
terrible.
that's the problem. We actually we dropped off. We had a delivery somewhere, and one of my guys was in, and he saw the cans. There was a 4-pack left of these cans, 3 months old. He bought them.
Just to get them out of there.
He goes, because I know somebody's going to take them,
And they're gonna have
and they're going to be like, "This is the worst f***ing beer." Those
Barrage
two
sucks.
Yeah, Barrage and Spider Bite, they suck ass. They make the
Long Island.
yeah.
Their shit water.
I was at Superstar a few weeks ago to pick, grab some beer, drink on air or whatever. And there was Trogue's the hibiscus one from last summer. I looked it up online, and I'm like, and I really liked it. Pistol, that's what it is. Their Pistol hibiscus IPA. I had it last summer. Thought it was fucking
Not now.
And then I'm like,
6 months
I'm like,
later.
I thought that was a summer beer. Let me, Google it real
It
quick. and I'm like,
was.
wow.
It was.
And they'll leave it out there. They don't give a shit.
I
They want to
know.
get rid of their product. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Now, that's the thing when you have beers that are light, IPAs have that.
Short shelf life.
These don't.
Yeah.
They'll last. They'll be
Porters,
the same taste.
stouts they mature. We have a Russian Imperial that we bottled. I got a case of it that is my own, and every month I open one
And taste the
taste
difference.
it,
Yeah.
and you could see how it's
The progress.
yeah it actually becomes a little more complex.
I did that with Dogfish 120. So about 3.
See, now that's an IPA that you can do it with.
Correct. So I bought a 4-pack at $40 or whatever it costs.
Jesus.
But I have one a year, and every year it's different. Every year, and I'm not trying to say it like, oh, this is what everyone's saying. I'm serious. Every year that I open one up and I do, I don't drink the whole thing. I usually bring it out when there's people over, company over. May end up doing that. We'll see. And then I'll put it back on the shelf. But I'll definitely kind of taste the difference year to year to year, and it's definitely even more complex in the third year. I'm anxious to see what the fourth year is going to bring. It's going to be a very interesting taste.
Yeah, and again, it's just because that is such a different beer.
Yeah, it's not an IPA. It's something completely different than
High alcohol. The amount of bitterness that was purposely put into it is totally different than the, that everybody calls the fluffy, type of IPA where it's just all aroma and flavor, no bitterness. Totally different because that hop will just degrade. That flavor and aroma will just degrade.
it'll
over
break
time.
down. It'll break down.
It
in
has.
the beer over time,
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Even in a can, there's no light. There's no air.
Still doesn't
getting-
matter. It's still within the chemical
Yep.
composition of what's
What
in there.
would you say the shelf life is? Like an IPA. Like
Solid month.
that's
1 month.
short.
Very short.
Yeah.
Most beers, 90 to 3 months.
People,
some
6.
6.
You have guys that search for beers. They want it that week.
Huh.
After a week, they're like, man.
I got one that was
that one.
that one I gave you.
Went over his house. He had something from Sand City that was bottled, canned the day before.
Yeah, I bought it
And that's what
on a
everybody
Friday,
wants.
and he
Can't get
came
that.
over Saturday, and it was bottled that day, and it was
get fucking
fantastic.
The only thing, though, is if you buy it the day of and drink it the day of, if it was canned that day, like in the morning, and
You still have the remnants of what they put
there's
in
a
there.
there's a thing called packaging shock.
Correct.
And the beer actually, if you give it a full day, there'll be a difference in flavor. It actually settles out and becomes the beer that the brewer expects it to be. But, from when it comes from the tank, it goes to the can, and then you give it right out. You don't want to drink it that moment. You give it a day.
It was the day, and it was.
Yeah.
I think it was 90s Joel. It might have been 80s. Sorry, 80s Joel.
80s Joel.
80s Joel. It might
Not
have been that
90s.
one.
We do only 80s.
Play piano, man.
Yeah, really. We got my buddy Nick on the phone, who was just at the Queens Brewery opening. Nick, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, man.
Listen, you're not on
I only
speakerphone, right?
tried-
I got to
I
premise
only
this.
tried one of the 3 beers they had there, but it was pretty good. It was actually really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a liter. They serve liters over there, like liter of cola. But
Liter of cola,
beer.
liter of farva. There you go.
Goddamn liter of cola.
Did you hear that, Thorny? He said liter of cola.
Wort.
So, Nick, what beers did you have there?
It was a blueberry ale.
A blueberry?
It was pretty vague. They didn't give too much of a description to it, but they said it was a Blau, B-L-A-U, Blau ale.
Okay.
And fermented ale, they called it. Not
Okay.
much more description to it, but they only had 2 other beers on tap, and I don't know, a lager and another ale, I think, but both were like almost session, like 4.4s or something. This Blau was 6.2. I thought, hey,
nice.
Let's go with that. It sounds interesting, and it was actually, I think I enjoyed that more than the, what was it, Blue Point Blueberry out there?
Yeah, they got Blue Point Blue. It's a
Yeah,
staple
I think I like
flagship.
this a little better, actually. This went down real smooth. The leader went right down, no problem.
Nice.
Went right down.
Right down there, buddy.
Right down.
Nick, did they have their staple lager that they were selling at Citi Field last year?
You know what? Were they selling that there? Then I'm sure they had that on tap there. But they also have a wit that they did not have on tap.
Nice. Oh, they wait. Which
not
one?
Port, wit.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah. What were you saying?
No. I'm not sure what I was saying, but they have a wit also. They also
Happy sound, snap is happiest sound I found. You may clap, rap, tap, slap, but snap makes the world go round.
There it is.
I think I like that one better than anything we've ever touched.
Yeah.
That's a good
Where's
one.
that been hiding?
No, I gotta really go through these and find out which one was which.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Hold on, I got it now. Here you go.
That's a good one.
I
That's
see
great.
you.
Nick, bro,
Nick.
go into that
I'm
7-Eleven.
I'm your father, Nick.
Holy shit.
It's like the end of Warning from Biggie.
Stop touching
Yeah,
yourself.
something.
Right?
I don't know, man. It's so creepy.
Oh, you got a dot on your head too.
Nick. Nick, stop touching yourself.
But yeah, no, Queensbury's actually right around the block from Bridge and Tunnel Brewery, which I took Brian to last week, and our friend Brian, our mutual friend.
Okay.
And Bridge and Tunnel, I'm a fan of. I like them. They have quite a selection. They have more so than Queensbury. They have those 3 that I was telling you about, and a wit that they didn't have on tap. But around the corner, Bridge and Tunnel is awesome, dude. I really like.
You guys
them.
have spent a lot of
They
time
have
over
a
Bridge and Tunnel.
Hazelnut brown that I'm really into.
Did you go to Interstate and Parkway Brewing?
Where?
Interborough?
Interstate and Parkway.
Interborough, yes. We went
It's
to
like Bridge and
Interborough.
Tunnel, but it's only
It's
Interstate and
Parkway.
Parkway.
It's the opposite of Bridge and Tunnel. It's Interstate and Parkway, which they're going to set up in Brooklyn, I think.
And,
What's that?
And garage and parking stall.
Barrage is awesome. I've been to Barrage.
Yes, you have been to Barrage. I know you have.
It's awesome. I love the dogs, the porters, the stouts. I love all the flavors. I love it.
All the flavors.
He loves all of the flavors. He
All
is
of the
anti-Frank.
flavors.
All about it. I brought all flavors of girls there and everything. I swear, I did.
Did you hear about Frank?
Huh? No, I heard about Frank.
Yes! Yes!
Frank. Frank's not cool.
No, Frank's not cool. Tell us about it. I want
Fuck
you to
Frank.
wax intellectual about Frank for a moment. All right, the music stopped. We'll start it again. Ed, tell us about Frank. How do you feel about Frank?
Nah, Frank.
All right, that'll do it.
All right.
Catch that drop? Hey. So, yeah, I mean, no, and if you want to know about any of the other ones, man, we did. We hit up Interborough last weekend, and we also went over to, I went over to Single Cut and KCBC last 2 weeks also.
So
I've been to all
Nice.
these different breweries,
Nice.
man. I've been,
You
like, on a
you
tour.
definitely have been to every single brewery in Queens.
When I went to the grand opening tonight, I've officially been to every brewery in Queens.
Oh, tonight was
But
the
I've been
night?
hitting up Brooklyn a little bit.
Ah, tonight's the night. So then we got to celebrate.
Oh yeah, no, I had already hit 100%. Then this opened up, so I had to hit it so it's 100% again.
Hit it.
You are now officially the chief of Queens Brewing.
Yes, you let me know. Let me know what to. Let me know. I'll tell you what. My experience is.
That a boy.
But
Listen.
I like Finback. You know, I know you guys aren't huge fans.
No,
but I
because
like
the can we opened tastes like Band-Aids. We got
Maybe it was like those
we had a
agents.
black
I was
IPA.
over, listen, I was
It
over
probably
here,
was
over
sitting
this
around.
agent's business.
We got a black IPA. It was probably sitting around. And when we opened the can, it smelled like straight up Band-Aids.
They are a funky bunch.
Yeah, it was a funky smell. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was a funky bunch.
Like Marky Mark.
Like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Hey, Funky is the name of the game. All right, Lick, listen. Did you have a good time tonight?
I did, man. You guys are great, man. I learned a lot. And I'm going to go check out the Defiant up there. We got to do that, Mikey, maybe on the way up to Treehouse or something.
Yeah, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I promise you that.
Hey.
And I don't mean that meanly to you. I just mean,
It's
in
not
regards
happening.
to time and scheduling and all that other good stuff.
Sure. Go ahead.
No, I'm being serious. That's it, huh?
He's getting his colonoscopy.
He murked
so
right out.
He can make it.
That's all right. We appreciate it, Nick. I really do appreciate you calling. He gave us the lowdown on the Queens Brewing
Nicky boy!
Open. Nick's one of our correspondents, we'll say. But let's say he's not as on point as Caxiopo Mike is up in Boston. And we're missing out on Ashley tonight. I'm not sure what had happened to Ashley. I don't think I got to her immediately like I should have and asked her to call in, but she's down in Florida. And she's got a really good traveling blog about all the beer down there. And I'm seeing some really cool stuff. One of my favorite bands is Less Than Jake. And Less Than Jake came out with a collaboration with J-Dubs down there. And they have, it was an orange, I believe, wheat. Or it wasn't a blood orange. It was just an orange wheat, which was really cool. Anyone wants to call the show, we're on our last few segments here, or moments, with Steve from Barrage. The number here, 516-465-3990 or 516-513-0515. Give us a call if you're out on there on Instagram Live. I plug back in. We got our stream back up, and we're going to spend our last few minutes with the boys. What do you guys want to talk? I do want to talk about.
Actually, I get a plug.
Ooh, go. Yeah, no, we're going to hit that at the end. We're going to do that at the
okay.
end. Absolutely. You're going to have all the time you want to plug everything you need.
Plug all the holes.
Plug
them all.
As we started the show about plugging
Plug
holes.
them all.
I do want to talk about our online scantily clad women with beer that we started talking about before the show today, and who's out there, and you might not be able to talk about it. So I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not shy about it. It's fine. It's out there. What are you going to do?
Pete's got issues. He's
No, Pete doesn't want to get in trouble when he gets home
right.
tonight.
He doesn't
No,
want to
it's
have
fine,
to.
because our wives are going to talk about it at work tomorrow.
And that's fine. And we're going to get together on Saturday, and we're going to get nothing but beat up, and that gives an
dirty
excuse to
looks.
leave and go get drink beer. So, we have another phone call. I
It's
wonder
a
who's
lady.
calling today. Is it a lady?
Probably not.
Lady. All right, hold on. We're going to put her right on air with no hesitation.
Oh shit.
Hey, who's on the phone? This is the Wørt with Mike and Pete. Who am I talking to?
Are you really going to just run this show?
Oh,
God damn it.
thank goodness. Graz, I was worried you weren't going to call in tonight.
I'm in Vegas, Pete.
Are you? You're in Vegas?
What are you doing in Vegas?
baby.
I'm in the Mandalay Bay right now.
Ooh.
I'm talking to some Polynesian waitress that wants to play with my knockers later.
All right.
Knockers.
I'm
So-
not kidding you either.
I'm not sure where to go with that.
Yeah.
Are you?
I
I'm
wanted
not
to have a
either.
snappy comeback to that.
Did
and
you
I
tune
got
into the
nothing, Graz.
Instagram live feed, Graz?
Yeah, well, what happened was
Yeah.
See what happened was.
I saw you guys still going at like 10:30.
Yeah, we don't have a stop time. That's the thing here.
You know, I figured you were on a quest to go 24 hours.
We could. I mean, literally, if we had enough beer in here, we could go. We got a bathroom,
Sure.
and we have enough beer. We could go 24 hours. We got a little bit
Got
of food
pretzels.
in a bag.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
have a
pretzels.
sandwich from next door. All good.
dude, that is going
So give me a synopsis of what happened in that studio today.
We
You don't wanna
drank
know.
and we talked to Steve. There you go.
I
And then-
pissed, I
Is he
pissed on
still
your
there?
microphone, Graz.
There were That's all I'm going to say.
We did get a little tonight, Graz.
There was a little going on.
Racist?
Nope. Rapy. R-A-P-Y.
Yeah.
In what way?
All of them.
O'Toole, is he touching my? Is he touching my
No,
microphone?
no one's touching your microphone.
I
Enough-
farted on your microphone,
enough-
Graz.
Oh, wait. That was the one I
Pete?
put. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
no. You know what?
O'Toole, did you be like my show? And how many calls? Did you like 10? Nick from Boston,
From Queens.
Frankie from Saskatchewan.
Mike from Boston, and then Mike was down in Georgia tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
All
reported.
right, so I'm calling from Las Vegas. I'm at the Mandalay
nice.
Bay.
All right. Is there any breweries in and around? You know what? I did hear.
What is the mood like in the Mandalay Bay? Is it somber? Is it excited?
It is a Tuesday night. Well, Wednesday morning.
Is anyone carrying in any suspicious?
Yeah. Well, what is
packages?
it? Well, here's. O'Toole, can I tell you
No,
my
dark.
story? You're
Go ahead.
actually going to
No,
laugh.
we won't cut you off. Go ahead.
Here's a story.
I
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Go ahead, go.
Shut up, guys.
I know. Go.
All right, I get to the airport 9:50 in a snowstorm, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and the whole time, planes on time, planes on time, planes on time. 11 o'clock. Get in a plane, sit down next to two hot Russian women, and the next thing you know, you get, hi, this is the Delta pilot, and we have some computer problems. It'll be about an hour. We'll be on the tarmac.
Computer problems. So what
Were
were
the
they?
Russian
did they-
women there to overthrow an election by any chance? Or
I sat
No?
on a
All right.
tarmac for 2 hours. I watched the snowstorm and hot Russians.
So did they have a drink cart going down the row at all?
Listen, O'Toole, they didn't even serve us a cookie.
Wow. You'd have taken the cookie in a heartbeat.
I did. I had a Coca-Cola and a cookie. That's what they offered.
I would have raised my hand and be like, can we just go back to the terminal so I can get wasted and then get back on this plane? And for
Michael, some Oriental woman went nuts. Like hour and 45
Really?
minutes in.
Is it on Facebook? Can I look it up?
No, but she just went nuts to the point where I was like, you know what? I might follow her.
Did she offer anybody General Chow's chicken?
by the way, Graz, I love that you used,
All right, wait a minute.
I love that you used Oriental.
Yes.
Yes, he didn't
He
go
didn't
into
go.
the racist
Yeah,
realm.
he didn't go deep.
Yeah, I can't go. Listen, I leave that up to you guys. I can only imagine what you've been talking about.
Nope.
Graz, I'll see you at the next PTA meeting, buddy.
Who's that, Pete?
Yeah, of course it is. Who else going to see at a PTA meeting?
Pete, what'd you guys drink tonight?
Barrage.
3 things.
We had a
So we
really
got-
good saison. We had an IPL that was really good, and we're finishing this off
Nice.
with it's a porter, right? A salt and fudgery.
Salt and fudgery.
A salt and fudgery.
The One More Teas is one of my favorites.
I
I've
like
had the
that.
Assault and Fudgery. The IPL was very delicious. A
I
good
like the-
start
I
beer.
think I might have liked
But
the
that
IPL
saison
best.
was freaking phenomenal. I just think I'm going to have a real problem with that if I get multiple growlers. Oh, boy. Anyway, Graz, listen, we are going to wrap up the show in a few minutes. I appreciate calling. Listen, if you go down to, what's that major street down in Vegas?
Fremont. We talked about that.
Yes,
the other
we did.
day.
We did talk about it on your show. Go down to Fremont and look up the brand new brewery that opened right there on Fremont Street. I heard good
Michael,
things.
I'm going there. I'm going to take pictures and put it on Instagram.
Yes.
All I do is talk about the Wørt. You know
Yes,
that.
hashtag
Word.
and make sure you,
Hashtag the
you give
Wørt.
me an
Listen.
at the Wørt a podcast. Come on,
At the Word podcast,
there you go.
nysportsmafia.com,
There it is. He said NY. Go ahead. And what else?
HectorLouise.com.
Tomorrow.
And listen, folks, please listen to Planet Hollywood tomorrow night from 8 to 10 with D-Train and Hector Louise.
That's right. Is it just the two of them in the studio tomorrow?
Yeah, just the two of them, unless you want to walk in whenever you want.
Nope. No. I don't mean it like that. I'll probably end up calling in because Hector called into our first show, so I want to return the respect. But
Michael,
I'm definitely not going to make it down. I'm saving my days for you, Graz. I'm saving all my days for you.
Dude, you're fantastic.
I know. I'm
Pete,
great at what I do.
I love you.
I'll see you soon, Graz. You
All right, Pete, come in whenever you want, all
Are
right?
you going to pasta night at the school next week?
My wife is putting that together.
Oh, nice. There
are you
go.
going to be there?
Pete, my wife just got 2 things from the bounce zone or whatever it is.
I'll see you there. What is that, next week? Next Tuesday night or
That's
something?
next week.
I'll see
She
you
already
there.
told me. She goes, you can't do your show Thursday night. I have pasta night.
Listen, tell your wife to get Pete in on the arm. On the arm. He needs
I
a
can
free
do that.
pass to
Pete will have a
pasta.
good time.
I'm looking forward
What's,
to
what's
it.
the guy's name? Steve, right? From Barrage?
That's correct. Steve
Yes,
from Barrage.
Steve from Barrage.
Steve,
Yes.
you could call into our show, too. It's Liberal Talk with Graz.
I don't know if
APD Radio.
I don't know if you want me to do that. It could be bad.
No, trust
Plus,
me. It can't be as bad as what we do.
I'm going to pasta night myself, but I'm going to be I'm going to be.
Good night, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Until you roll.
Holla, buddy.
Bye.
Later. It's never a night complete without grass, and the only reason why he actually called in is because we did go late, and he's like, in a way, scolding us for going late. He really is.
No,
He's like,
guys,
guys-
it's good, but good night.
Yeah, but just shut that down. Let's go.
Shut the down, shut the lights
You
off.
can't go 2.5 hours and do good radio more than Limo Talk can. So Limo Talk, Grassiday coming in. I do an impression of him. Limo Talk, Grassiday, and it's a thing that we do all the time. But yeah, I told him on the last show, on his Limo Talk show, they just opened a brand new brewery right on Fremont Street there, and it's open up to the street, which is kind of unique to breweries because there's not too many that can do that. Maybe down in Louisiana on Bourbon Street, right? And there's more than just Bourbon Street, but
Yes.
there's not that many that can do something like that. So that's an interesting kind of twist. I mean, we could have storefronts, but to have it as an open walk-in, no doors, no nothing, just that's kind of a cool concept. So I told him to go visit that, and hopefully he'll do that and take pictures for us.
Not all the places you can walk around with open containers in public.
Right.
Vegas is one of them.
Yep.
New Orleans is another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in Farmingdale last year, because then they shut that.
Thursday, was it
Live at
5
5
on Main?
You could do that up until last year, and then they shut it down.
Did they really?
Yeah, you can't walk with open containers anymore.
That's a shame.
You can corral them
Yes.
in and around the front
that's
of
right.
your
Yeah,
restaurant,
yeah.
but you cannot leave that corral and walk amongst the people anymore.
See, because they made the mistake, because Patchogue originally did that.
And they still do it.
They learned.
By the way, though, Patrick still does it. You could still walk around. I don't know if you're not supposed to, and they don't enforce it. But I was in and around the area last year, and you could do it. It was fine.
Interesting.
Are you going to be at live at when they do Live at 5 in Maine again this year?
Yeah, they never ask us.
No.
Well, you're not
on Main Street.
Okay, because it's not
Is
on
that
Main.
it?
That's all right.
But, now we have hooks.
Right. See.
We
Croxley's?
know people. Croxley's,
Yeah.
Meatball.
Yeah.
Meatball.
And we've become friends with Vespa.
Ooh, okay.
They have a surprisingly good tap selection for a Italian restaurant.
And their food is awesome.
Yes,
And-
absolutely.
They're opening right across the street. They're opening Gastro,
Are they really? Where Hush was?
where Hush was.
Yeah.
Harley's.
Yep.
That place is taking forever to build.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Hush was
But it-
already set up there, so I don't
No,
see what the
well,
big deal,
'cause
unless
this
they're
is-
changing the whole
No,
decor.
because it's not just Hush.
It's
so,
bigger.
There was a hibachi place.
Yep, they took
that
over that.
closed.
Oh,
they took
so
over
they-
that, and then Hush closed within a
they're-
month.
Yeah, because they're in Huntington now.
Right. So
Correct.
Hush closed like a month after the hibachi place closed. So instead of having one decent sized restaurant, now they have a huge restaurant. Hush was tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hush
Which is, I
was
think
tiny.
one of the
Very
reasons
tiny.
why they moved to Huntington.
I mean, it was a great place.
My wife did all the artwork for the menus and all the stuff. She's a graphic designer. She did the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I know. Well, she lost the business when they moved,
Yeah,
so whatever.
They had.
So that's the same
Fan-
people that own Vespa?
Well, the new place, is going to be Harley's is Vespa,
Wow. So right across the street.
but two different,
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
And-
same ownership, it's
and-
just different management.
When Vespa first opened, it was just Vespa, but then they took
Now
over.
they took over the nail salon that was next door. Yep.
And that's like their private party room or
Yep.
whatever. And
The food is
holy
phenomenal.
brick
I
oven.
went there to get some gift certificates for Christmas, and they had it was Montauk Red Ale on tap, Delirium,
Always have-
Omegang, like
They have Sculpin all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
like a silly good tap selection for a Italian place.
There was some. There was
So
something.
it's a
out-
weird selection for an Italian place, considering
It is,
it's an
I know,
Italian
but it's
It's
restaurant.
a,
You're
you know
like,
what it is.
good.
It's a nice sized bar too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I've seen
So
that.
people
Their
belly up.
cocktails are supposed to be very good. I'm not I pretty much stick to beer, but their mixed drinks are supposed to be also terrific. Anyway, I don't know. We got it off on a
great.
tangent there, but
No,
well,
that's good.
Steve, what were you had some things to plug? You said right?
Yeah, so let's plug those, and then we'll wrap up.
Plug them up. All right. We do have on St. Patrick's Day, we are doing a beer dinner with Jackson's Restaurant in Comac.
Okay.
Good food there.
It's going to be awesome. It's four.
Where's Jackson's?
Jackson's.
on, Jericho Turnpike in Comac.
Yes.
It's been a while, but I've been good food.
I
They
work
make
in
good
Deer
ribs.
Park, and so when I go up and over, I'm trying to think, is it definitely... it's go like
It's close to
well,
Veterans Highway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so all right, good. Nice.
We have a beer dinner going there. We're going to have 4 beers, 4 courses. Couple of the courses. Just real.
What are the dessert beers? I'm assuming that.
Well, what's the dessert? The dessert.
The
course
dessert is a sticky toffee pudding, in Barrage infused with Sweet Louis, which is our hazelnut coffee porter. This one got me though. The third course is going to be Irish surf and turf.
Okay.
It's going to be Barrage battered fish and chips and a shepherd's pie with our fairy tale red ale.
Nice.
That is a heavy meal. Fish and chips and shepherd's
With
pie.
the red ale, that
And then
pairs
red ale.
nicely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's perfect.
Second course, corned beef and cabbage potato skins
Yeah.
with our McLaughlin's Folly, which is an oatmeal raisin vanilla stout.
Jesus.
And that's not on the tap list right now. So are you in the
We
process
actually
of
we kegged it today
Okay. All right,
before we came here.
cool.
Okay, good.
Nice. So new.
And the first course is Kilkenny potato bisque, smoked bacon Monterey Jack, paired with our I'm Really Not Okay.
Nice.
Which is really fucking good, by the way.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So it's going to be awesome time.
And what's the date on that?
It's just Saturday.
St. Patty's Day.
Oh, St.
17th.
Patty's Day. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I know you said it, but I'm trying to think of the date. Duh.
And it's make reservations, and we're definitely looking forward to it. We're a big fan of Jackson's and Morrison's. Their sister brew. Actually, Morrison's is the reason why we do yada yada yada.
Really?
We did a Seinfeld themed beer dinner,
Okay.
Oh,
and we had to come up with. I'm like, we got to come up with a beer just for this thing.
and now you're opening up fun-size Snickers.
And
just all
and,
the goddamn
and
time.
now my life's a f***ing living hell.
Because of more.
A Snickers living hell.
All right, so Jackson's St. Patty's Day. Call for your
Get
reservations. Go ahead and go on to the Intertubes. Look up them or go through Barrage's Instagram. It's Barrage Brewing.
Barrage Brew.
Barrage Brew. At Barrage Brew on Instagram and Twitter. Follow them on Facebook. Just type in Barrage Brewing for a search. We really, truly appreciate you coming in tonight. This was unbelievable. Absolutely.
A lot of fun.
Again, another
Good times.
2 almost 3 hours.
Yes.
Fucking flies by.
It does.
We initially structured this as a 2-hour show.
Sure.
And so when we
I
were
got
at-
it. No, yeah.
We were at 9:58. I was like,
And I
okay,
don't
and
think
so
we've ever done just 2 hours.
no, you're right. We've never done it. And I was thinking, okay, we're done. And I didn't realize how much more we really need to get out of here. Really need to unload everything.
And the
that's going
coolest thing, this is not really on the air. You just guys get free beer. You make believe, and it's awesome. I like that.
on. Well, we got stuff to give back to you. We got some stuff. We'll take some pictures for our Instagram. That's
So I get to keep the butt plug.
yes, yes. The
So
initial
Wørt-
butt plug that we
branded
give
butt
you.
plug.
The Wørt butt plug.
That
Yes.
keeps you awake and alert throughout our 3-hour show.
It buzzes every 13
That's
seconds.
right. I have a little buzzer right here. It does that. It goes bleep, 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 bleep. Again, we really do appreciate you coming down.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, man. And we want everyone to visit Barrage Brewing Company in Farmingdale. Go ahead and pop that into a Google map. It's right off 110 by the White Castle. And if you don't know where that is, then you probably shouldn't be listening anyway. We will probably be doing many, many shows in the future, and we'd love to have you back.
Yeah, man.
And I'd really like to see what you got changing on your tap list, what you got going on in the future, and we'll closely follow your progress throughout the time. We thank Steve. Pete, you got anything last to say?
Not a damn thing.
Oh, you, man. Every time. All right, anyway, this is The Word with Mike and Pete. We appreciate it. Govs Radio. Everyone check out our replays. It's on YouTube. Go to The Word, a podcast. Type that in. Find all our past shows. And, of course, this one with Steve, which was a phenomenal show. I'll have a lot of editing to do tonight, more so than probably I've ever had to do for the YouTube page and the replays. And we appreciate all our callers. We had Mike from Boston, Nick from Queens, Graz called in from Vegas. We really do appreciate everyone participating and all their 2 cents about beer. And I guess we'll see you in a few weeks.
Later.
Later, guys.
Well, that's 2 hours of your life that you'll never get back.
Are you kidding me?
Please hang up and try again.
This has been The Word on Govs Radio. I hope you're drunk enough.